Now, a team of Canadian and French astronomers are claiming an unusual find. They've discovered a planet floating on its own in the universe. It is a so-called homeless planet said to be about 70 million years old and about 130 light years away. With more on this discovery, we're joined now by Andrew Fazekas, an astronomy contributor with the National Geographic News. He joins us now from Montreal. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dan.
This planet's called an orphan. What makes it an orphan? It has no sun?
Yeah, that's right. It's not circling any star. It doesn't have a parent star. It just seems to be floating by itself in space. It's a real cosmic hobo that these Montreal-based astronomers have found.
And this is the first one we've ever seen or found before?
Well, it's the best candidate. There's about a dozen other homeless planets that they've found, planets that don't seem to be orbiting a star. But we're not sure if those other ones are planets. This one is the strongest case. There's a visual evidence looking in the infrared. The size is right, and it's close enough to us at 130 light years that we get quite a clear view of this planet.
How would we describe it? I'm thinking it's got to be cold there.
You know, it's an interesting, it's what we consider a gas giant. So it's about the size of Jupiter in our solar system, but it has about 4 to 7 times the mass of Jupiter. So we probably think that it's got a rocky center, but it's mostly covered in hot gas, about 400 degrees Celsius that it's glowing. It's we can actually see it glow in the infrared through telescopes.
So what is the general theory of how a planet like this loses its way? Did it used to orbit around a sun, or where's it come from?
That's the $64,000 question, Dan, because we don't really know how a planet like this can become homeless and just wander space. There are two main theories. One is that it might have formed like a regular planet circling a sun and got booted out somehow, gravitationally got shot out of its solar system, or it might have formed by itself as we see it, alone in the darkness and just floating away in space by itself.
So what separates this? Why do we call it like a homeless planet rather than just a big meteor, big asteroid?
Well, it is about the size of what we've seen cataloged other planets. It's on the larger side, mind you. Like I said, it's about the size of Jupiter, but it is quite heavy. And there has been some debate that it might have been actually a failed star instead. But there's no nuclear reactions going on to make it shine from inside, so it doesn't quite classify as what we call a brown dwarf. It's more of probably a planet. And in fact, astronomers think that this may be one of billions, in fact, twice as many as stars that exist in our Milky Way galaxy might be, of these type of planets might be floating around in the Milky Way.
Wow. Well, that's really interesting. Andrew, thank you so much.
My pleasure.